buddy of mine who we now have like a fun connection with through buddies of mine through high school. I'll let him decide if he wants to like out them or not. That's his call. But if buddies from high school, you're watching this, hi, we know each other now. Thank you. 2 steps to Kevin Bacon. Kevin, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
All right, so my name's Kevin Miller. I'm an attorney from California, and one day I just started writing, and it turns out that I really like it, and I ended up writing a book.
Yeah, you said that you found some time to write while you were commuting, right?
That's right. So I have about an hour commute one way to where I work, and one day after watching The Walking Dead, I just kind of started working and writing a book in my head about what I would do if there was an actual zombie apocalypse.
And you know, when COVID lockdown happened, did you put any of those skills to good use, or like, you know, did that inform any of the decisions you made about like how much toilet paper to buy and things like that?
So actually, when the lockdown happened, I won't say it benefited me, but I actually ended up getting COVID in around June. And during that first few days when I found out that I really did have COVID, I was just playing video games because I couldn't really do much. I could do chores, and what I would find out was when I would be vacuuming, I'd be really winded. And so I figured it'd probably be best for me to stay on the couch. And one day during that time, I realized, why am I not writing? And so I actually used that time while I had COVID to write my second book, the second draft. So it'll be to my editor soon.
Oh, man, that's really great that you were able to take something that could be really negative, like getting COVID, and being down and out, and say, no, I'm going to use this time that I've been given, and I'm going to make good use of it. All right, I'm gonna write a book.
Yeah, I was very lucky. I had mild symptoms, so I never had to go to the hospital. I was still sick, but I was very fortunate. I was fortunate to be able to kind of use that time, like you said, to my benefit.
Yeah. Like I said, really, really glad that you were able to do that, because I'm looking at your book here, and it's called Awakening, Book 1 of the Berserker Chronicles. Yeah. Now, we were talking just a little bit before we started recording about the Viking vibe that we get here from your cover. We've got this really awesome green cover with this cloaked guy, and we got dual wielding going on, right? We have two axes happening.
Dual wielding axes.
Okay. Yeah, I love the font. I love how it looks. Normally, and I've said this on this channel a couple times, I'm not the biggest fan of like people on a cover, right? We say don't judge a book by a cover, but that's literally all we do. I like this because there's a lot left to the imagination.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The cover, I love the cover. The artist, he did a phenomenal job. Like we were talking about before, when he sent me kind of the mock-up of it, I got chills because I knew that was the cover, that was my character, that was my main character.
No, that's phenomenal, man. It looks really, really great. All right, and so normally what I do when I'm looking for a book or like kind of sampling it, I go cover. All right, so if I like it, I click on it, and then normally take it straight to the description. All right, so I want to read just this first sentence that you've got here because I think it's a really good one, and I want to let you elaborate. Tell us a little bit about the book.
Sure.
So it's a megalomaniac god, which first off, megalomaniac is a fantastic word. I'm just glad you threw that out there.
Thank you.
A megalomaniac god is pursuing a millennia-old vendetta, and Leaf must learn to wrangle a newly awakened power to either become a hero or a villain. All right, so I like that. We've got a god, we've got millennia-old vendetta. So I want to ask what the world's going on here, and then if you're reading a book, you normally are like, oh, obviously this guy's going to be the hero, but you give us a choice here. This guy's either going to become the good guy or the bad guy. Well, why put that in there? Why make that the choice?
So for Leaf, he's kind of thrown into a fight of the gods. Essentially, it's essentially a modern day Viking apocalypse. following kind of Ragnarok, the Viking version of the apocalypse. Now, I take a different take on the Viking apocalypse, but Leif is kind of thrown into this because he inherits this power called the Berserker power, which is a small fraction of the god Thor's power. And as a human, we aren't really built to withhold the power of the gods. So when he pulls on that power, it makes him incredibly strong, incredibly fast, but it kind of makes his mind see red. And so he needs to be able to learn to control that power, or, become almost a mindless killing machine.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, I love it. That's a really great premise. So you've got some Norse mythology in here. You've got the very human struggle of wrestling with this innate power that sometimes you read a book and the hero is like, I've got all this power and that's all I need. Great, now I can use it flawlessly. But it sounds like your main character really wrestles with this.
Yes, and that was kind of the theme that I wanted to go through. Kind of the whole first book is him wrestling with that power, learning to control it. But you see the very human side of it, where you can't always be ready to control that power. You can get surprised. Daily things can, make you angry. And then when you get angry, that power kind of manifests. And then how do you react to that?
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, this definitely sounds like a book that I would definitely sink my teeth into. And I'm looking at, again, the next thing that goes after that description, I want to go through some reviews, right? I want to look and see, okay, what have other people said about this book?
Of course.
And looking at it, we have a review by Liliana. It says, can't recommend enough. First, let me say you're going to want to get settled into your comfiest reading spot with your favorite drink and snack and settle in for a few hours. Why? This book will absolutely captivate you. Before you know it, you're in a world where gods and demigods still walk the earth. I loved Miller's style, how everything was brought to life. This is more immersive than watching a movie. You could almost feel and smell, as well as see and hear, what was happening from page one. I can't recommend it enough if you're a lover of old Norse legends and sagas. Hey, that's great, man.
Yeah, no, I do. Maybe it's something that authors try to prevent, but every couple days I do go and check the reviews and I read through them. And then as kind of a self-published author, reading these reviews and what people have to say, it makes me happy to my core.
Right.
Yeah.
No, because you want people to enjoy your story, right? You want people to get a lot out of it. And it seems like you've got some global reviews, and everybody who's written a review seems that they are really impressed with your book. So this is fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So you've written book 2, and this is the Berserker Chronicles. I don't imagine this is going to be a 2-book series. What are your plans?
So right now I planned for 3 books, and then while I was kind of in the midst of writing book 2, a few kind of side storylines came up that I put in there to maybe come back to the Berserker Chronicles and this universe, maybe at a later date. Maybe step away, kind of let the story grow in my own mind, and then come back to it for a second series.
Kevin, you mean to tell me you have not plotted out every single point of your series of this book? Come on.
Well, I'm not a big plotter. I started writing and then I just let the story take me where it wanted to go. It's almost like I was kind of reading the Chronicles as I was writing it. It's kind of a journey that I've really enjoyed going through.
I agree. I'm a pantser. I don't like to admit that all that much, but when you have a plotter, one who kind of plots every single thing, and one who pantses, I mostly fall to the what would be really exciting right now, and like just start going that direction. So that's awesome. I do hope that the series continues to grow, because looking at these reviews right here, these are some people who are really excited about your book. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, well, Kevin, I'm going to ask you like where people can find you and everything like that, and we'll put all kinds of links down below in the description for people to do that. But before we get to that, I want to play a game with you, okay?
All right.
When you were in lockdown and while you were quarantining and all that stuff, was there any one particular restaurant that you really wanted to go to?
So funny enough, actually, there was one. It's called Tempura Indo. It's in LA. We were gonna go for my birthday on April 28th. For kind of like
happy
fancy,
soon to be birthday.
Yes, thank you very much. Kind of like traditional Japanese tempura, and we were really excited about it. They're supposed to kind of follow the true, way to cook it. And of course, COVID hit, and then it shut down. And we've been trying to get back into it ever since, but they're still not fully open.
Oh man. Okay. Well, hopefully you will be able to get to your favorite Japanese place here soon. What I'm going to send you here then are some emojis that are depicting famous restaurants. So not restaurants that can only be found in LA, but these restaurants should be found most all over the place.
All right.
So, all right, excellent. So open up. We're gonna go through one at a time, and for those of you listening here, I'll try to explain what he's seeing. And if you're watching us, hopefully I've got it working to where you can see it above us, and we'll be able to see that as we happen. So the first one, we have a sandwich and someone wearing a crown. What do you think that one is?
Oh, I think it's Burger King.
Yes, correct. Burger King. All right, awesome. The next one is a dot and a crustacean.
So I would go for Red Lobster.
Red Lobster. Very nice. Nicely done. The next one is a Mexican staple, and looks like something that would ding.
So I would go with Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, correct. I get made fun of a lot for this, but I absolutely love Taco Bell. I know it is not a fantastic restaurant that you should eat at often, but it's cheap and it tastes good. I enjoy it. Okay, the next one gets a little trickier. We have the sleeping emoji, a backpack, meat, and a house.
All right, it actually threw me for a bit, but I had to go through it in my mind. So I think it's Outback Steakhouse.
Nicely done. Yes, Outback Steakhouse. Well done. All right, now this next one here is a fruit, and then four insects that create honey.
So I would say Applebee's.
Applebee's, that is obviously it. Next one, an Asian animal, and looks like a road.
So it's one of my favorites, Panda Express.
We almost had that tonight. We went for Red Robin instead. It got burgers, but Panda Express was on the menu. I love Panda Express. What do you get when you go?
Orange chicken, chow mein, and then beef and broccoli.
I appreciate people who get rice. Like, I understand, like, maybe that's the healthier choice, but chow mein all the way. You gotta.
And Panda Express's chow mein is just amazing.
I 100% agree. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. The next one is again a cow and another picture of a female royalty.
Again, it threw me for a second, but then it clicked. Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. There you go. Then we have a dairy product and a cake, and then what looks like something where things are manufactured.
So I would say Cheesecake Factory.
You're blowing these out of you're just absolutely nailing all of these. I've got two more for you. We've got a burrito, an avocado, and a money bag.
I am unsure about this.
This one's hard. Not necessarily what it is, but maybe at this restaurant that sells these things, the avocado might cost a little extra.
I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't figure out what it is.
This is by far the hardest one, I think.
I'm gonna have to. I need audience help. I don't know if I can.
The guac is extra at Chipotle, so
yeah.
That is a tough one. All right, and then this last one is a collection of gentlemen. I had burgers tonight, so that might help you out as well.
Five Guys.
Five Guys. Boom. Yeah. Totally. I love fast food. I would like to say I'm a health nut, but really I like to work out in order to eat. That's what I like to do.
I'm the exact same way.
So I enjoy fast food when I get it. I just try to limit the amount of time that I eat it.
That's exactly how I am too. I love it because the more that I exercise, that means the more burgers I can eat, the more in and out I can get.
100%. What's your normal exercise? You get a chance to work out. What are you gonna do?
So I'll do about 40 minutes of weightlifting and then 20 minutes of cardio.
There you go. A little mix it up. Put them both in there, right? So you're not gonna fall one way or the other. You're gonna get them both. I love it. Nice. All right. Now, Kevin, you said that you've got some social media, a website, maybe. Where can people find you if they want to read your books, other than going to Amazon.com, looking for Awakening, Book 1 of the Berserker Chronicles? If they wanted to get a hold of your author stuff, where would they go?
So I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I'm on Twitter, all under Bifrost Books.
Bifrost Books. Bifrost Books?
Bifrost Books.
There you go.
I'm pulling the Norse mythology all around.
I love it. Fantastic. All right, and you've got your author page on Amazon as well. I'm going to encourage you, if you're listening to this, go to his author page, click follow just underneath his link, and then the next time book 2 gets released, Amazon will send you a link so that you can keep up with Kevin Miller and know what's going on. Kevin, thank you so much for talking with me today. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. This has actually been a lot of fun.
Excellent. Okay. Hey, well, everybody, thanks so much for listening. Do me a favor. Hopefully, I'll put the subscribe orb up here somewhere. Click that thing, subscribe to the channel, and follow Kevin Miller. He's got some good stuff coming for you. Enjoy the journey, everybody.
Bye.